Hi, it is the human operating system time again. So 2 days ago, I have discussions with a friend from Europe who work in the high-tech area, in this fast-track, high-tech area, like in Silicon Valley. And he is having anxiety, nervousness, and burnout, according to him. And he told me that he is now start to taking up the qigong and mindfulness meditations, which is counting breath, and tai chi. He like to use this to handle his burnout, his anxiety, so forth. And in the conversations, he's telling me all kinds of stuff like gathering qi from the universe and consciousness and so forth. And after 1 hour of conversation and I'm listening to him, he gave me the inspiration to share what I like to share with you today. Okay? So, what I like to share with you today is a universal truth since 1,000 years ago. A universal truth, okay? And I have no idea, really no idea, why is it today those grandmaster, guru, and so forth who taught the qigong, who taught meditations, Buddhist way, or internal art do not raise this. Okay, at least in the YouTube, in the book I read, you can go to Amazon, read all the books, and then in the website, this is not raised. While what I'm going to share with you is actually within the 1,500 years of at least 1,500 years of the Chinese the qigong meditation, Buddhist, Taoist, traditional Chinese medicine culture. Okay, so now let's start with this. Okay, this is even in the in the Yellow Emperor time, a long time ago. Now let's start. You see this thing? It's very simple. This is an oil lamp, right? This is the filament, this is the oil. Okay? Now, if we keeping monkey around with this filament or keeping adjusted or manipulate filament all the time, and we do not aware of that the oil is needed there, for sure, no matter what we do with the filament, the oil will dry out. Is that so? Now, so this oil, we can today, in using today's language, we call it energy. Okay, this is energy, and the filament is needed to make the light. Okay, however, that energy has to be there, adequate. Otherwise, you're going to get what? Dry out or burn out. Okay, now, so the issue is the adjusting or manipulating of filament is like today, in today's language we call it as training. Okay, for the energy or the oil, then that is the recovery, okay, or the charging of the energy. Okay, so if we monkey around or manipulate or handling the filament, that is called training or discharging. We feel the oil that is recovery or charging. Recovery or charging is for the oil, and then manipulate this filament so that you have a constant light that is training and discharging. Because you pull the filament long, you're going to discharge more, right? Because you make more light there. Now, instead of talking about this universe qi consciousness, which is something which is magic, or using a coarse language here, bullshit. Okay, most people, when people talk, that is bullshit. Why don't we really get into what is the reality on this oil and energy? Okay, and I like to share with you this. Okay, for us, all of us, we need to have a energy balance sheet. Okay, so we need to have this daily. So if anybody say that they're practicing qigong meditations, all this kind of thing for healing art and internal art, if they do not have a daily energy balance sheet, it just shows that one is living in the la la land, hoping this universe energy, like this friend who told me, gather all this energy. Okay, so how to make this thing? Daily energy balancing sheet. It's very simple. Especially for today, we are in the high tech, we have something called to-do list, right? Or your scheduling. Okay, you have a schedule, your planner. And in the to-do list, of course, you have what? The action need to be taken. So under here you have your work, whatever work you need to do, and then you have the non-action, such as you say you meditate. Okay, those kind of stuff. Okay, action, sport, exercise. Okay, those are the under action, right? So if you go to daily, from morning, okay, from morning say 6 a.m. to at night, say 10 p.m. before you go to sleep, whatever the activity there, we just assigned, okay, an energy column here, an energy column here. So we have activity all day long. Okay, say you go meeting, okay, and then you go for lunch, you meditate. Assigned here. When you meeting, is this discharging energy? Is it discharge? Okay, lunch, is that discharge or is charging? Okay, or it is like rest here, is conserving energy. Conserve. So at the end of the day, you sum up how many discharge, how many charging, how many conserve energy there. At the end of the day, this is what you have. Okay, and then of course, then you add with your sleeping. Okay, is your sleep, you can put 24 hours, with today's wearable, you can actually add into your sleep. Do you have a good sleep? Is it a charging sleep or a discharging sleep? So what I mean by charging sleep, you sleep well, you feel energetic. A discharging sleep is you don't sleep well, the next day you come out, the body feel lousy, the mind feel lousy. So you need to have this thing, this a balance sheet. If we look at that for 2-3 days, okay, you will look at our own this energy balance sheet for 2-3 days. We for sure will know at every day, at the beginning or the end of every day, are we actually have any energy left, or we completely drain it? So it's like every day we look like this oil lamp. At the end of the day, do we have still the how much oil do we still have? Okay, or we completely running dry. And so if we run dry, what happened? Say in meeting we have tense here. Okay, really tense after the meeting, we feel really tired. Then we know it's a deep discharge. Okay, so with that, we track our energy. Okay, because if we burn out already, we have anxiety already, nervousness already, sure, we need medical help, because we don't want those things to damage our body. You know, you cannot just say, well, I'm going to practice mindfulness meditations or qigong and I'm going to heal this thing. One need to go for the professional medical care on this thing. And on the other hand, the doctor cannot do this for us. Okay, so the energy balancing sheet for daily is needed. So it's very simple. You know, whatever your to-do, whatever your schedule plan there, you just put another column called energy column, and then you just mark down, okay, what it is, right? And the end of the day, you will see what is going on, okay? And that's you. So you can start with, say, sleep. Say really crude one every day, and then you say work meeting, okay, and work. Okay, so this chronologically, say this is 6 a.m. This is 9 a.m. so forth, and then this is the energy column. Okay, and then you see that this is a charging. The charging, discharging, or conserve. Okay, if it is really feel really good, you say, oh, this is a deep charging. Okay, meaning it's very good. And then the meeting is at conserve. You know, there's no good or bad. Your energy feel the same. No draining and no draining and no improving your energy level. So you can have a charging or you have discharging, go so forth. And then also pay attention to your exercise. So is the exercise charging, discharging? If it's discharging, how much discharge it is? Okay. And so another thing is that if we keeping see here discharging, and we feel tired, then we know for sure at exercise time we cannot do something hard or vigorous or you know, which is need a lot of strength, because we already have a big time draining here. Now if we don't care for this, at the end of the day, then you get a complete discharging, okay, deep discharging, then you know that there is an issue. Okay, so use this a daily energy balancing sheet and do something for yourself, okay, and in the same time get a medical help, because we don't want, why we want medical help? Because we want to make sure that today's scientific medical using that to guide us, to help us, so that there's no further damage into our body. We can do this, of course. We can improve our. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle, all right? But we need that. Okay. So that is very important. Otherwise, we can say, oh, we burn out. And if we don't have track of this, we do not know when we burn out. If we go to work and it's really distressed, then probably that work is not for us. Serious, okay? We want our life or our health, or we want the money. That is some decision need to make there, okay? And you know that if I keeping draining the energy, keeping deep discharging every day, how many days will one be able to take that? And also the sleep time. If you don't have enough sleep time, you get an issue, right? So in the charging, I'd like to share with you an equation. Because in the charging, there's an equation, okay? So for the deep charging, so it's like you deep charge your cell phone's battery, right? Deep charging is equal to deep rest plus balance, proper diet, okay, multiply by the charging efficiency, okay. So the charging efficiency is based on your age and then your health condition. Okay, so just write it here. So the charging equation, is equal to deep rest or sleep. Okay, deep rest or deep sleep with considerations of your diet, your proper balanced diet, multiplied by how efficient is your charging, okay? How efficient it is. So this is how efficient it is, okay? So that is depend on your age and your health condition, okay? So this thing you add up, you multiply by percent, okay? If the people who have, say, healthy and young, probably is 1, okay? Which is 1, you know, very effective, say for example. And if one is sick and older, probably is say 7.7, okay? So whatever here multiplied by 0.7. Now, whoever is sick and the health is no good, probably even just 2, okay? So this equation has to be balanced. This has to be known. Otherwise, you say we are dealing with what? Universal's energy. What are you talking about? And while in this real deal, which is the oil, you know, our work every day is like making this light. We're keeping adjust a filament and we do not give a damn on this oil, okay? And this is the oil. So if this basic of the energy balancing, if we do not know how much energy, just look at the energy like the money in your bank. We cannot keep spending, and we of course we need to cut spending. We have to get input, more money come in to balance it. So that is what it is, instead of going into all these kinds of mysterious stuff and name dropping, like, oh, you know, I learned this Tai Chi, like this friend told me, I learned this Tai Chi from this grandmaster. Well, sorry, I don't care what grandmaster, I don't even care if people say this is from guru or the patriarch of Zen or whatever. If this equations and the energy balancing shit is not balanced and is unknown, you know we are running into problem. Okay? So that's the case. Another thing I like to share with you this. Today we have all kinds of stuff like qigong, mindfulness meditations, healing art, and all kinds of stuff. Well, is it true that those type of stuff will give you energy, or those kind of practice will give you energy, will charge your body energy, since we talk about charging, discharging, and conserve? For a proper design of the art, okay, one need to have a phase of intentional regulating, okay, so that to smooth the energy flow, and then you have a natural resonance, which is let the body charge. So it is like a dam, okay, a dam. You smooth out all the rivers so that the water can flow into the water dam, okay. So that is a design, a proper design for that. But you look at today's, like people sometimes say, oh, you know, like this friend told me, counting breath. You inhale 4, exhale 5, or inhale 4, and then hold breathing for 4, and then exhale 6, and hold breathing for whatever. Those stuff is actually manipulating the ANS, autonomic nervous system, manipulating that with breathing, okay. Now, those belong to intentionally regulating. That is say nothing to say with the charging. Okay, so for example, that is like, oh, you just clean out all your river which is lead to the dam, okay, the water dam, but you don't talk about how the water is going to fill the dam up. So that is the same thing with you manipulate that filament. Oh, I want to have more mindfulness. So you know what? I do this inhale, count 5, and then hold, count 6. All those things. You monkey around with the filament, but you say nothing on the oil. How are you going to suppose to expect anything balanced out if you keeping doing this kind of stuff? It's going to damage the body. Sure, it's going to damage the body. Why? Because you're keeping using it. Even though you help circulations, you help to control your autonomic nervous system, handle your this autonomic part, this nervous system, but you talk nothing about energy. Well, we need energy, like we need the body battery. It's like even the people who do sport, they know, okay, in today's modern science doing sports, right? They know the training, the load, and the recovery. And what are you talking about? What are we talking about if you have this ancient magical meditations where you don't classify in terms of the scientific today, which is well known that you need to address the training and the recovery and the loading. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, so that is the thing we need to know today. You know, not everybody can go down there, claim that they are grandmaster of this and that, and then they create something else, and then give you a mysterious name, and then you think that it will heal anything. That's why the mainstream scientists don't like this, look down on this thing, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, universe energy, where, you know, show me where's the energy come. But if you don't eat, we don't sleep, that for sure we are lack of energy. But if we don't have that energy balance sheet to keep track of this, and doing budget cut, or try to get more income in, improve the efficiency of charging by going to see a medical doctor to get medical help, what are we doing? Okay, so that is what is important. And as for the balance meditations, you know, is in my blog here. That is the Amin meditations, and then there's the 10-minute custom design meditations. Okay, that is actually presenting ancient holistic practice in today's language. Do I design anything? Do I create anything new? No. Just present whatever out there. When you are tired, can you do this? When you are tired, meaning that your energy is low already. Your oil is low. The oil lamp is low, right? And also the handling of the 4 elements. It's not just your mind, it's the 4 elements there. And also you see that the handling of the body, it is proportion to the calmness. Okay, and each of these elements need to be handling. Again, what is the intentional regulating, what is the natural resonance, it need to be known. Okay, in the Chinese it is called lian. Lian meaning that training, meaning that it is intentionally regulating. And then is yang. Yang means charging. So any qigong, any meditation which is holistic, for past 1,500 years at least from China until today, which is a proper one, proven one, all has a design of the lian yang. Either it's more lian, less yang, or more yang, less lian. Depend on different people, different situations. Okay, so that's why I wrote this book. Don't everybody deserve to know? You know, in today's high tech, there are many people talk to me on burnout, anxiety. Well, we need medical doctor to help us, to help us if there's any misalignment and so forth. However, if we don't take care of ourselves in terms of energy, what are we doing? Do you think that lamp keeping running, burning dry, that oil lamp is good? How long do you think the lifetime or lifespan of that keeping run out of oil lamp can last? Okay, very simple. No, so if you can go to Lao Tzu chapter 16, it tells you already you have to quiet down, not keeping burning. Okay, so this is to share with you today, and I hope that this video can help all of us who is burnout and anxiety and so forth. Well, I go through those things too when I was young. Okay, because I live in Valley. I work in the Silicon Valley. There's a lot of pressure, fast track, and so forth, right? So this is to share with you today.